Good morning, students. In the last class, we have studied the topic, that is, what are the different methods of the digital payment, in which there are different method of the digital payment or the e-banking, that is debit card, credit card, NEFT, RTGS, ATM, and the e-cash or the digital cash. Okay, and we have studied all these topic thoroughly, as well as we have studied the what is insurance services, what are the different important term used in the insurance contract, that is insurer is one who provide the insurance policy, insured the one who is taking the any insurance policy, happening of the event for that any insurance is taken, and the last one is premium is the regular payment on the insurance policy which we have taken. Okay, the any agreement or contract which is in written, it is called the insurance policy. Okay, we know that there are some principles on which insurance policies are based. So in this chapter we will study these. There are 7 kinds of the principles of insurance. The first one is principle of utmost good faith, second one is principle of insurable interest, third one is principle of indemnity, fourth one is principle of contribution, fifth one is principle of subrogation, sixth one is principle of causa proxima, and the last one is principle of mitigation of loss. So in today's class we will go through all the principle one by one, and we have already studied the first principle, that is principle of utmost good faith. It means that the insurance is a contract which is basically between the insurer and the insured. So while taking the any insurance policy, there should be all the event as well as all the fact must be disclosed with the both of them. Okay, the insured will not hide any information to the insurer. Okay, कि उनके बीच में क्या होना चाहिए, एक फेथ होना चाहिए कि ऐसा कभी ना करे जो इंश्योर्ड है, जो जिसने इंश्योरेंस लिया है, वो कभी भी कोई अपने से जो भी उसकी कोई इम्पॉर्टेंट इन्फॉर्मेशन है वो क्या करे, इंश्योरेंस लेते वक्त क्या करे, इंश्योरर से वो हाइड करे, उसको अपने से रिलेटेड जितनी भी इंफॉर्मेशन नॉलेज क्या करना पड़ेगा, इंश्योरर को बताना पड़ेगा. ठीक है, इसमें हम लोगों ने एक एग्जांपल भी लिया था. फॉर एग्जांपल, इफ़ अ पर्सन हैज़ टेकन अ लाइफ इंश्योरेंस पॉलिसी बाय हाइडिंग द फैक्ट दैट ही इज़ अ हार्ट पेशेंट. ओके, एक कोई पर्सन है, उसने क्या लिया, लाइफ इंश्योरेंस पॉलिसी लिया, और ये बात उसने हाइड कर दी कि ही हैज़ अ पेशेंट ऑफ द heart attack, and later on it the insured dies of a heart attack, then the insurance company can refuse to pay the compensation. Okay, but बाद में क्या हुआ, उसको हार्ट अटैक से उसकी डेथ हो गई. सो इन दैट कंडीशन इंश्योरेंस कंपनी ने क्या कर दिया, उसे जो भी उसको पेमेंट करने से रिफ्यूज़ कर दिया, बिकॉज अ मटीरियल फैक्ट वॉज हिडन बाय द इंश्योर्ड. कि उसने जो भी मटेरियल फैक्ट था, इंफॉर्मेशन थी, वो क्या किया, उसने इंश्योरर से हाइड की. इन दैट कंडीशन एनी इंश्योरेंस कंपनी विल नॉट प्रोवाइड द कॉम्पनसेशन ऑफ द लॉस. सो फर्स्ट प्रिंसिपल ऑफ द इंश्योरेंस इज द प्रिंसिपल ऑफ utmost good faith. There should be a proper loyalty as well as honesty between the insurer and the insured. Insured should be loyal as well as honest to the insurance company. They never ever should hide the any information regarding the insured. So if he or she will hide any kind of information by through the to the insurer, so that insurance company will refuse to make the any compensation against it. Okay, so the next one is principle of insurable interest. Okay, according to this principle, the insured must have an insurable interest in the subject matter of the insurance policy. Okay, without interest, taking an the insurance policy is a gamble and the fraudulent activity, and the law does not permit it. In case of life insurance, the insurable interest comes with the relation of the insured with the person taking insurance policy. For example, a person can take life insurance policy for his spouse or for his her children, but he she cannot take insurance policy for a stranger. In case of fire insurance, the insured must suffer a financial loss if the subject matter is damaged to prove the interest, or he must be owner of the subject matter. Okay, for example, if a person has taken loan against the security of a factory premises, then the lender can take fire insurance policy of that factory without being the owner of that factory, because he has a financial interest in the factory premises. In the case of life insurance policy, the interest must be present at the time of taking the policy. In the case of fire insurance, the insurable interest must be present at the time of taking the policy as well as at the time of loss of the subject matter. In all other type of insurance, including marine insurance, the insurable interest must be present at the time of loss of the subject matter. Okay, the summary of the principle of insurable interest is, whenever any insured is taking any insurance, he or she should be a interest with taking of it. इट डज़ंट मीन कि whenever उसने कोई भी इंश्योरेंस कोई ले लिया और उसका कोई इसमें इंटरेस्ट है ही नहीं, तो ऐसी कंडीशन पे उसको क्या होना चाहिए कि उसने कोई भी मरीन इंश्योरेंस लिया, मरीन इंश्योरेंस रिलेटेड टू दी वाटर और दी सी थ्रू, कि कोई भी जो शिप पे ट्रांजेक्शन करते हैं वो सब पे जो भी हम लोग इंश्योरेंस लेते हैं, बेसिकली थ्रू दी वाटर जो भी हम लोग ट्रांसपोर्ट करते हैं उन पे होता है. तो वेन एवर ही हैज़ taken the fire insurance for their factory premises, so that he should be have some interest to taking of it, as well as whenever he is taking the insurance policy for his spouse, means wife, or the spouse means husband or wife both, for his or her children, he or she cannot take insurance policy of any individual who is taking the interest insurance. He is responsible for the taking of it, as well as he should be interested to taking the any policy. You know very well, individual who is taking the insurance, he will not take insurance for the any stranger. He will take his insurance policy especially for his wife, uh, any family member, his children. So it should be a insurable interest for the insured to taking the any insurance policy. Okay, let's see, in case of fire insurance, the insured must suffer a financial loss if the subject matter is subject damage to prove the interest, or he must be owner of the subject matter. Okay, if a person has taken loan against the security of a factory, then the lender can take fire insurance policy of that factory, because being the owner of that factory. Okay, if any person has the factory, so he can take the fire insurance policy because he is the being the member of that factory, because he has the financial interest in the factory premises. So there should be a financial interest for any individual, for any person, when he or she is taking the insurance policy. Okay, third one is principle of indemnity. Okay, indemnity means protection from the loss. Okay, according to this principle, insurance is not a contract of making profit. The purpose of the insurance is to bring back the insured in the same financial position as he was before the loss. Okay. This principle says that the insurance is a contract of making insurance is a not a contract of making profit. If any individual is taking insurance of any kind, like for like fire insurance, life insurance, as well as marine insurance, or he is taking insurance for his bike or for car or anything, it doesn't mean he or she will make profit from taking the any insurance policy. The purpose of insurance is to bring back the insured in the same financial position as he was before the loss. Okay, the basic purpose of the insurance to taking the insurance is just like the to make the any insured person to make the सेम फाइनेंशियल पोजीशन एज ही वॉज बिफोर दी लॉस. जैसे वो लॉस के पहले था, सेम उसी सिचुएशन में, सेम फाइनेंशियल पोजीशन में लाना ही इंश्योर्ड को द बेसिक पर्पस है किसी भी इंश्योरेंस पॉलिसी का, किसी भी इंश्योरेंस को लेने का. इट डजेंट मीन कि मैंने अपनी किसी भी प्रोडक्ट, किसी भी गुड्स का क्या असेट का कोई भी मैंने ले लिया है इंश्योरेंस, इट डजेंट मीन कि मैं उसको ज़बरदस्ती उसको क्या करके कि बस प्रॉफिट मेक हो कि मैंने इसको बर्न कर दिया और क्या कर दिया, जाके इंश्योरेंस से कह दिया, क्लेम कर दिया कि मुझे इंश्योरेंस का पैसा चाहिए. नो, ये प्रिंसिपल्स जो हैं वो ये नहीं कहते. प्रिंसिपल ये कहते हैं कि जो भी हम लोग इंश्योरेंस कर रहे हैं उसका प्रॉफिट मेकिंग मेन ऑब्जेक्टिव नहीं है. बस एक ये पर्पस है कि जैसे भी जिसने भी इंश्योरेंस लिया था, जो भी इंश्योर्ड है, वो उनको क्या करना, जैसे उनकी सेम उसी फाइनेंशियल पोजीशन पे ले आना जैसा वो लॉस के पहले था. द बेसिक एंड द मेन ऑब्जेक्टिव टू टेकिंग द इंश्योरेंस. ओके, लेट्स टेक सम एग्जांपल. For example, a person insured his factory for rupees 2 lakh against the fire. He has taken the fire insurance for the rupees 2 lakh. Okay. Due to fire, he suffered a loss of 1 lakh. Then the insurance company will compensate him 1 lakh only, not the policy amount, that is 2 lakh. Okay. Because the purpose of the insurance is to compensate for the loss, not for earning profit. इसमें देखिए क्या हुआ, कोई इंडिविजुअल है, कोई पर्सन ने क्या किया, इंश्योरेंस किया फॉर दी 2 लाख. अपनी फैक्ट्री का फायर इंश्योरेंस कराया उसने 2 लाख के लिए. बट उसने ये देखा कि जो भी उसका लॉस हुआ है वो कितने का हुआ है, बस 1 लाख का हुआ है. तो इंश्योरेंस कंपनी क्या करेगी, उसको लॉस बस 1 लाख का ही कराएगी. इट डजेंट मीन कि उसने 2 लाख का कराया हो या 4 लाख का कराया हो. जितना लॉस होगा इंश्योरेंस कंपनी उतना ही अमाउंट वापस उसको करेगी. ठीक है, यहाँ पे ये मैटर नहीं करेगा कि उसने इंश्योरेंस कितने का कराया. क्यों, इसका बेसिक मोटिव यही है. प्रिंसिपल इंडेमनिटी एज वेल एज इंश्योरेंस का बेसिक मोटिव यही है कि यहाँ पे प्रॉफिट नहीं क्रिएट करना है. हमें क्या क्रिएट करना है कि जितना उसको लॉस हुआ था उतना उसको पेमेंट मिल जाए, उसको सेम फाइनेंशियल पोजीशन में ले आना जैसे वो लॉस के पहले था. ओके, द प्रिंसिपल ऑफ इंडेमनिटी इज़ नॉट एप्लीकेबल ऑन द लाइफ इंश्योरेंस पॉलिसी बिकॉज one cannot estimate the loss due to death of the person. Okay, in the case of life insurance we cannot take the principle of indemnity, क्योंकि उस टाइम हम ये नहीं कह सकते कि उसकी डेथ हुई है तो बस इतनी डेथ हुई है और आधे का पैसा हम दे देते हैं, आधे का हम पैसा नहीं देंगे. सो इट इज़ ऑल्सो एक्सेप्शन for the insurance, for the life insurance, that in the condition of the life insurance we cannot take the policies. Okay, principle of indemnity is not applicable in the case of life insurance. Okay, till now what we have studied, we studied the 3 kind of principle of insurance. First we have studied the principle of utmost good faith. That means there should be a good faith or the loyalty and the honesty between the insured and the insurer. Second, we studied the principle of insurable interest, which means there should be a basic interest, interest of the any insured who is taking the insurance policy. And the third one is principle of indemnity, which means it is the contract, it is not a contract of the making profit. The basic purpose of the insurance is to make the any individual or the insured to the same financial condition as he was before the loss. Okay, so the fourth principle is principle of contribution. Okay, the principle of contribution is corollary of the principle of the indemnity. Okay, corollary means result. Okay, result. The principle of contribution is corollary of the principle of indemnity, means the principle of contribution is the result of the principle of indemnity. According to this principle, if a person has taken more than the one insurance policy for the same subject matter, then all the insurer will contribute the amount of loss and compensate him for the actual amount of loss. Okay, separately he cannot claim total loss from the each insurer. The insurer contribute the total loss in the proportion of the amount assured by each. Okay, in the case of principle of contribution, it says that if any person has taken the insurance policy more than the one insurance policy for the same subject matter, that means he has taken the policy for his factory, and that factory he has taken the insurance policy from more of the two companies. Okay, कि उसने क्या किया है, इंश्योरेंस पॉलिसी लिया है फैक्ट्री के लिए, फायर इंश्योरेंस की पॉलिसी लिया है, और उसी फायर इंश्योरेंस की पॉलिसी वो उसने क्या किया, 3 to 4 कंपनी से लिया है. तो इट डजेंट मीन कि उसको अगर लॉस होता है तो हर एक जगह से पूरा टोटल जितना अमाउंट उसने लॉस ली, मतलब फॉर एग्जांपल अगर उसने ए से कोई ए कंपनी से 1 लाख लिया है, उस बी कंपनी से 2 लाख एंड द 3 लाख एंड सो ऑन, इट डजेंट मीन कि ही विल get back all the monies from the A from the 1 lakh, B from the 2 lakh. Okay, it is should be in the proportion, total loss in proportion of the amount assured. Okay, all the insurer, जितने भी इंश्योरर है वो उतना अमाउंट कंट्रीब्यूट करेंगे कि जितना उनके लॉस का प्रोपोर्शन हुआ है. तो इन दैट कंडीशन दे विल कैलकुलेट द वैल्यू सो दैट दे विल प्रोवाइड द लॉस, they will provide the compensation for the loss. Okay, for example, if a person gets his house insured, okay, उसने क्या, एक पर्सन ने अपने हाउस को इंश्योर्ड कराया है अगेंस्ट द फायर के अगेंस्ट फॉर 1 लाख विथ इंश्योरर ए. फर्स्ट कंडीशन इज इंश्योरर ए से उसने क्या किया है, 1 लाख का फायर इंश्योरेंस कराया है फॉर हिज हाउस for 50,000. Second is, okay, one insurer A 1 lakh, insurer B 50,000. Okay, now a loss of 75,000 occurred. Okay, due to fire a loss occurred in his house is 75,000. Okay, in that condition A will pay for rupees 50,000 and B will pay rupees 25,000. So the matter and the question here is how it will decided कि that A will liable to pay the 50,000 and B will liable, insurer means the company is liable for the 50,000 and B is liable for the 25,000. In that condition we will calculate it. How we calculate it, let's see. Okay, the formula used to determine the compensation amount is sum insured with a particular insurer, means the total amount he has taken the insurance for the any particular company divided by the total sum insured. Okay, total sum insured means 1 lakh, that is 1 lakh plus 50,000, that means 1,50,000 total amount which is insured. Okay, into the actual loss. Okay, and the total deals with the it deals with the actual loss, that is 75,000. So what we will do, the compensation from the A. The insurer A will provide the value, that means a total sum, and the insured taken the rupees 1 lakh total insurance amount divided by the total 1,50,000 into the amount of loss. The amount of loss is 75,000. So it is equal to 50,000. So A will liable to pay the amount 50,000 to up to any person. And the second condition we have taken that the total amount is 50,000. Sorry, total insured with the company B is 50,000 and the total amount is 1,50,000 into total loss. Okay, we will calculate it. Okay, you see the value, we compensate the value is 25,000. Okay, now the A is liable to give the amount of 50,000 and B is liable to pay the amount of 25,000. Okay, in the condition, in the principle of contribution, if any individual has taken the more than one insurance policy for this same subject matter, then the value, then the all the insurer will contribute the amount. Okay, in the proportion. Okay, the formula for calculating is sum assured with the particular insurer. Particular insurer means insurer A or the insurer B divided by the total sum insured, total amount for which he has taken the any insurance policy into the actual loss. What is the actual loss? From that we can calculate the value of compensation from A as well as compensation from B, C, D and so on. So from this we can calculate the value of compensation. Okay, next is principle of subrogation. Okay, according to this principle, after paying the compensation, the insurer steps into the shoes of the insured. In other words, when the insured is compensated for the loss or damage to the property insured by him, the right of ownership of such property passes on the insurer. This is corollary principle of indemnity, because once the compensation is given later on, the insured realizes some money by sale of damaged property that will bring profit for him, and insurance is not contract for the making profit. Okay, simply principle of subrogation says कि अगर किसी इंडिविजुअल ने, किसी इंश्योर्ड ने कोई इंश्योरेंस पॉलिसी ली थी, उसको लॉस हुआ, तो क्या हुआ कि इंश्योरेंस कंपनी ने उसको पूरा कॉम्पनसेट कर दिया. फॉर एग्जांपल, अगर उसने 1 लाख की कोई पॉलिसी ली थी, फायर इंश्योरेंस लिया था, तो उसको जो भी लॉस हुआ इंश्योरेंस कंपनी ने क्या कर दिया, पूरा अमाउंट पेड कर दिया. एज वेल एज अगर उसने फैक्ट्री या हाउस में ही क्या किया था, जिससे लिया था हाउस का उसने इंश्योरेंस कराया था, बट हो सकता है कि उस अमाउंट में उसके कुछ ऐसे भी गुड्स हों कि वो क्या हों, अभी भी बचे हुए हों. फॉर एग्ज़ाम्पल कि जैसे उसने बाइक का इंश्योरेंस कराया, तो बाइक का जो भी इंश्योरेंस था 1 लाख का या 50,000 का, वो अमाउंट तो इंश्योरेंस कंपनी ने उसको वापस कर दिया. बट इन दैट कंडीशन इंश्योरेंस कंपनी क्या करेगी, वो जो बाइक है वो उससे ले लेगी. क्यों? क्योंकि उस टाइम ऐसी कंडीशन में जो इंश्योर्ड है वो क्या कर सकता है, वो कुछ अमाउंट उस पर इन्वेस्ट करके बाइक पे 5 to 10,000 उसने इन्वेस्ट कर दिया और वो बाइक फिर से चलने लगी. तो इससे क्या हुआ, उसको उधर 30,000 to 40,000 उसने जितने का इंश्योरेंस कराया था वो भी मनी मिल गया, एज वेल एज उसके पास बाइक भी आ गई. तो इससे क्या होगा, इट विल बी फॉर दी लॉस फॉर दी एनी इंश्योरेंस पॉलिसी, कि उसके लिए तो वेस्ट हो गया ना. तो इसलिए ये भी जो भी इंश्योरेंस पॉलिसी लिया जाता है इट्स नॉट फॉर दी प्रॉफिट मेकिंग। तो कोई भी जैसे हाउस का ही उसने किया था, उसने अगर हाउस का मनी मिल गया, फिर उसको हाउस का अगर जिसने फायर इंश्योरेंस कराया था अगर उसको वो मनी वापस मिल जाता है तो वो क्या करेगा, हो सकता है किसी सेकेंड पर्सन को वो सेल कर दे। तो सेल करने के बाद उसको वो अमाउंट भी मिल गया जितने का उसने इंश्योरेंस कराया था, एज वेल एज अपने हाउस को सेल करने के बाद भी उसको पैसा मिल गया। तो उसकी ओर से कहीं नहीं लॉस हुआ। इन दैट कंडीशन इंश्योरेंस कंपनी क्या करती है, उस गुड को जिसने उसने कॉम्पनसेट